guess LaBelle, now that you're kind of on the other side of pro day, how do you feel?
Um, it's kind of, I would say it's kind of sad because that was my last time competing in Bobcat Stadium. But then I'm also kind of glad because we've been training since like mid-January and we were like the last pro day. So I'm like excited for the next steps for my journey, and I'm glad that it's finally over.
What was that training period like? Where were you at? What was that all like?
um, my first numbers was pretty bad, to be honest. I was around 190 ish, and my 40 was slow, vert was low, everything was low, and then around like week 4, I started to lose weight, get faster, get stronger, and I could see how like explosive I was getting throughout that process.
What was your best event today? You think what was the one you're happiest with result?
My 40.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was happy with my 40. My goal was to hit a 44, but yeah, I still ran pretty fast today.
yeah,
Yeah,
kind of between that and 5, 4, 4, 5, right?
yeah, four.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was between the range of 4.4 and then 4.5.
yeah.
So they took like the average between those two.
And I think you had the best broad jump.
Yeah.
You're pretty happy with the 10
Oh
two,
yeah,
right?
I was bad. Yeah, that was. Oh yeah, actually, that was probably my best one today. Yeah, I PR'd. I from a 911 to 10.2 today.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you feel? Can you take us into what your pro process looked like? You know, maybe teams you talk to, anything like that? Any sort of
As
idea
of right
around?
now, I haven't talked to any teams, but after I talked to the Packers and the Seahawks, we just exchanged information, and he just talked about how I was looking good in drills today in my 40 and broad jump and all that.
With your 40,
Mhm.
I guess kind of going into today, were you working on your start, kind of your get up? I guess what kind of went into
Um, so the first part of my training, I was working on my start, and then when I got that down, I was working on trying to build up speed and maintain it throughout that whole end of the process. So today I was really big on just maintaining speed, keeping my core tight, and finishing strong. Yeah.
Is there any event you surprised yourself in today?
Um, surprise myself in? I'll probably say my 3 cone. Yeah, my 3 cone. I surprised myself in that. Ran pretty fast on there. I don't have the time yet, but they said that was a good time. Mhm.
Has it been weird to be kind of training and not being a part of the team, but still kind of here, part of still sort of
Yeah.
being a Bobcat? Does it feel like that at all?
Yeah, it felt weird when I came back and then they were already practicing on the field. And I was like, dang, I was literally just on that field last year. So I kind of got teary eyed because I was like, I missed this. But then I came to a realization that every college career comes to an end, and then the next journey to move on forward. But it was fun though. I heard the offense and defense begin going at it this spring. Mm-hmm.
Such a beautiful day, man. What did it mean to just get one final opportunity to show your stuff out there?
Oh man, it was a great opportunity. Especially what is about like 60, 65, 70 degrees out there. And yeah, it was a good opportunity just to compete back on Bobcat Stadium with the boys again. The guys we came in, like me, Derek Snell, Nolan Askelson, and Trey Pickering, all came in together, and it was competed one last time for our pro day. It actually felt amazing too.
Seeing the pro scouts come in, does that does that get you a little anxious, or were you locked in?
Um, when I first saw them, I was a little anxious. Before I got to bench, I was a little anxious, and I started just taking deep breaths. And I'm like, I played in front of 25,000 people. Like this shouldn't be nothing, you know. So yeah, I kept telling myself that, kept breathing slowly, inhaling for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, and went to and went to go compete.
Something that stood out for me with you was the 32 inches on the vertical,
Mm-hmm.
just an inch behind, Asmussen and Pickering. Those guys
Yeah,
have a couple inches on
yeah.
you. Is that something you can hold over them?
Well, yeah. I had thought I hit around like 34 and a half, but I kept moving my feet on the vertical, so that was probably like the fourth jump. So I was like, okay, I could just stick with a 32. Because especially for people my height too, that's pretty impressive. Mm-hmm.
Have you reflected much on your career, your long career at MSU, and at the end of it?
Yeah, I kind of right like after 2 weeks after we lost, I kind of reflect on it, and it was just like we just miss this place, miss the fans, miss the brotherhood, because we won't like nobody will ever experience that brotherhood ever again, you know. So that's the only thing I miss, really. The seniors still keep in touch from now sometimes.
Anybody else? Any of the other 6 guys? Anybody that stood out? Any event that stood out for the other guys?
um, Nolan Alsquerson, he ran pretty fast today. He stood out to me. And then I think Trayden Pickering, his 7 cone. I said 7 cone. I apologize. His 3 cone was pretty good today too.